The stakes were high on Wednesday night when we saw qualifying for the Daytona 250 with the B-Man Designs duels. But tonight, on a Friday night, we're getting a chance to kick back and relax and have some fun in the World Center of Racing. Before our season opener, we've got the Burt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash live on FTN and live once again from Daytona International Speedway. Qualifying underway with 8 minutes remaining on the board for a 40-lap main event tonight. Nothing on the line, everyone free to enter. It's going to be a big tangle with all the drivers to see who's the best of the best on the Super Speedway circuit. No strings attached. I'm your host for tonight's broadcast. Great to have you aboard. Name is David Kreutz. Always love having these broadcasts for a big crowd. Last time we went at it, and tonight again, we expect some big-time, aggressive, and intense racing. Leif Upstad and Chad, thank you for stopping by. Great to have you aboard. As with 7 minutes remaining right now, it's Sean Rowe, the top man on the board. However, it seems like he's down on pit road, not doing much. Thomas Johnson right now, the number 48 machine on his way. He's going to be second at the moment with Hunter Bogdan scored in third in the 00 machine for B-Man Racing. He's found himself up inside the top three for now. We've seen 11 time laps and a crowd of over 25 drivers in the session. Let's get this one started. It seems like now James Bomar takes the top spot on the board. Bomar goes by 4/1000th of a second and takes it over his teammate in the number 43 of Jacob Wilkerson. Wilkerson up and over. That's going to be it for him. Chance Parker backs it down, hits the brakes. He's done for now. Thomas Johnson shoots up in the fourth and gets right by Parker and Daniel Krim as James Thurston skips up to the top of the board, and he's going to go up and over onto the stretch again, onto the big bank segment. These turns over 30 degrees of banking, and Thurston climbs it up and goes down once again. Qualifying on the move here now. This race does not have any implications in regards to the championship. Playoff points are not going to be on the table. Any driver could join even if they are not going to make the main event in the Daytona 250. It's a big opportunity for every driver to begin to learn the field and maybe see who they want to work with when it comes down to the super speedways all season long. It's going to be now the 20 machine of Brody Tostaika on the way, and Brody in the number 20 machine taking the circuit in his Toyota Camry. On the move, it's been 19 drivers who have put a time lap in so far. It looks like it goes back to Max Molina, your Season 2 champion, who makes it down the backstretch about a quarter of a second off the next man in front in Ethan Workman. Now the number 45 looks to dial it in, this time through quicker by about a third of a second already. Might be good enough to go a bit higher, maybe in the top 10 by the end of this lap. Max Molina working his way in as that optimal line through each and every corner. Now coming off of corner number 4, can he go from 20th all the way to the top? Signs are pointing to that being almost a yes. From 20th on the board, Max Molina goes up to 12th and is only 56 thousandths away from the pole. That's how close the times are here. You need to be perfect to make it happen. Now, one driver who knows how to race at Daytona and win, Zach Todger. He won the second duel, and he's going to end up starting in 4th position when it all comes down to the main event in next Wednesday's time. Now, Todger's going to be scoring the 20th spot, same where his teammate was. He jumps all the way up from 21st up into 2nd spot on the board. Zach Todger goes 0.02 of a second behind James Thurston. Oh, so close to getting the pole position. Jordan Herring now getting on the way in the number 97 machine. Herring making it through in the BWT pink and blue 4GT. Now he's going to be there. He'll be scored right behind Michael Deitch. Deitch in the Sundrop 57 with a brand new look this season as he makes his debut on the circuit. Now the 57 was substituted for last time we went racing. It was James Hogan who drove the 57 in the duels, and now Michael Deitch gets to drive him for the first time himself. And Deitch working his way off the stretch, going to be scored in 16th on his first lap. Back it down. That's going to be it for now. Now it's going to be James Hogan on his way in the number 77 machine. Down and in. Hogan slowly but surely limping through as Jordan Herring looks to be the only driver to take a time lap in its entirety. And for the BWT team, the 97 on his own this season, working up on the high side with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. It's going to be one more driver looking to get a time lap. No other driver besides him on the circuit. It goes back to guys such as Michael Deitch. A bit of a blink there for the number 97. All is well for everyone else here. It looks like it is only the man in this number 97 having a bit of a struggle, but Cooper Glick now on the track, and Glick in the 05, a rookie this season, looking to bring some playoff prowess to the 05 operation. And for Coop Designs and Schulte, Coop Smith Motorsports, Cooper Glick on his way. Best run he's had at a super speedway on FTN. We mentioned it last time we went live on Wednesday. It was a Thursday night event in the IORA Cup Series last season at Talladega. Came home a few hundred feet away from the checkered flag, got involved with an incident very late, and that was all she wrote. Was not able to recover from that point onward, but tonight could be the night where fate changes. The 05 has an opportunity to go deep through the field and find his way back up. He scored right now in 22nd, and he's going to lock the brakes up. It looks like he's going to choose to get one more warm-up lap before we get on our way. And with that being said, we've got a bit of time, and Cooper Glick has yet to put down a lap. Time is running out, so we'll get your starting grid on your screen before the drivers get to the grid. Glick standing still in the 05, waiting to get back going once again. The green light gonna egg him on, and the drivers waiting to get through with the entirety of qualifying. It looks like now Glick might not be going, so with that being the case, we'll be showing you the starting grid, and each and every one of the drivers here, we've got quite a few. Over 25 are in attendance already, and we're going to take a blimp shot over Daytona International Speedway to give you the bigger picture, and that bigger picture begins with the starting grid. So without further ado, this is your starting grid for the Burt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash here in the FORL Cup Series. And it's going to start off with a man in one of these machines, and it's going to be a big one for James Thurston. Now the number 4 for the first time tonight. You'll see that paint scheme for PSISM. His team starts it off with a 49.620. Good numbers for this man, as he's only 1,000th of a second ahead of Zach Todriff in the number 54. 54 machine going to be in second this time through, with James Bomar only 2,000ths of a second behind him in third. Jacob Wilkerson scored in position number 4, the number 43. Chance Parker going to be position number 5 with a 49.638. Dustin Pickles 6th, 49.641 for him. Alex Jones going to be scored in 7th, and it looks like Noah Taylor going to be in 8th. 41 machine there, only about 20,000ths of a second behind the man in that number 045. Thomas Johnson going to be 9th in the 48 machine, 49.665 for him, and round out the top 10. Ethan Workman had a bit of internet trouble last time we went racing. The 23 machine rounds out your top 10 with a 49.668. Let's go on from there. Going to be Daniel Krim with a 49.673 in the 71 machine at 11th. Right beside him, Sean Rowe, a Final 4 driver last season, who finds himself in the top dozen outside row 6 with Max Molina, the season 2 champion, a 1,000th of a second behind him. Also his teammate in that mind, and it's going to be the 78 of Joe Reinhardt right behind him, 4,000ths of a second off the top dozen, just inside the top 15, and so is Bryce Hamrick with a 49.686. Then Michael Deitch in a 57 machine, 49.694, going to be 16th. Aaron Shugel going to be 17th with a 49.699, and Jordan Herring, 97 machine, 18th with a 49.705 is going to be Vincent Guecci in 19th, and to round out your top 10, James Hogan, not Harlan Hogan, the timing and scoring a bit mixed up there in 20th. Let's go on from there. Going to be Brody Tostaika in the 21st spot, then Hunter Bogdan 22nd. Cooper Glick going to be in the 23rd position, and Joseph Lewis going to be scored in the 24th spot. Final time lap going to be going to him with a 49.804. New registries include Cody Giles, Jason Beckman, and in the 28th spot, Josh Kenyon, as Joaquin Stewart serves as your admin. And that will be your starting grid for tonight's event here in the Burt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash. And now the drivers begin to occupy the pit road one more time before we go racing. An airplane lies inside the virtual Daytona International Speedway, and now it is time to get these machines flying like rush hour traffic at over 200 miles an hour. Daytona International Speedway home to history and great races, and tonight we are expecting to see another. Let's get everyone ready. The grid is formed, and James Thurston will be the man who leads them all off in style. The iRacing official pace car ready to let these guys go, and we are in for a great 40-lap show. The World Center of Racing. The stands are packed, and it is clear the fans want a good race. We've got over 20 drivers on your grid right now, waiting to get this thing moving. We will not have faster pairs for tonight's event. Let's keep that in mind. Last time we went racing, we did have fasties, and we had an infinite amount. This is not going to be the case all season long. Get a taste of the new rules, because it's going to be all about managing your one and only opportunity. As it stands, the field getting gridded up. We've got a total of about 23 odd drivers on the grid. Drivers such as Beckman, Kenyon, Rippey, and it looks like right with them, Ethan Workman and James Bohm are all not yet on your screen. However, the iRacing official pace car will nonetheless get ready to hit the loud pedal in just a moment to get things going here in the 40-lap event. It's going to be a 100-mile race here in Daytona, and it's going to be all about management of your car, of your tire, of your repairs, your damage, and everything of the above. It comes down to this event. The iRacing official pace car gets things moving. James Thurston do the follow. Let's get ready to rumble here in Daytona Beach. As the field comes flying into frame, this is expected to be only a daytime race. Now, for those who watched last time we went live on a Wednesday night, it's going to be a bit of a different scenario, and it looks like the starting time did get changed. 8:30 the starting time tonight. Looks like it was supposed to be 9 o'clock, 8:44 as it stands, and we are going just like that. Let's get things going with a bang. However, hopefully the drivers adjusted. Guys like Beckman, Kenyon, and Trippy are still not on the track, so I'm not sure if they registered expecting a 9 o'clock start time, which we were going to get. Now it's all 8:30. Thurston down low, Zach Todriff up high, front rows ready, Bobby LaPierre, Kenny Reel, Zach Todriff, Leif Upstead, all in the mix, and the 40-lap rumble will begin with the driver in number 4. Now, up-to-date information about this number 94 in the middle of the field for Rod Car. It is Bryce Hamrick. Now, Hamrick is the final man to make it to the Daytona 250, and for Rod Car and W Energy, he will be in as the 40th and final starter. Now, the reason is he qualified off of iRating with a 23 and 75 count. He bests all but one driver, I believe Alexander Balderas, who got disqualified from the session due to an incident before the race began. However, now the race is on between James Thurston and Zach Todriff, the number 4, looking to get into victory lane for his brand new team, Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports. Right next to him, going to be Zach Todriff in the second spot. PBR right there with them. The green flag due to flies. The iRacing official pace car goes down a pit road. Let's get ready to rumble in Daytona Beach. It is the green for the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash as we get going for the World Center of Racing. For the first time in all our preseason events, we've gotten through one lap clean and green. Now you can see the mindsets are a-changing. We don't have infinite fast repairs here, so these guys are going to have to get ready for the long haul if they want to make it down to the checkered flag in one piece. Different tone in the pack, and it's evident right now. James Thurston holds the field steady. He's got the lead right now. He's got a different pack behind him. Daniel Krim right there as the field carries through the cameras and the speakers here on FTN. It's going to be a two-car pack laying back as well, trying to catch up. Anthony Trippi, 25th on the board right now. He is very far behind your pack, 38 seconds adrift. 24 took the green flag. A 25th made it after the green flag drop. It looks like the rest of the field is not going. And now down low, James Thurston finds himself outpaced by the number 54 of Zach Todger. Todger finds himself now out in front. He's got his teammates all around him, and teamwork looking to make the dream work. They're all stacked up on the high side, looking real good right now to keep on going. And this will be a race of attrition if they just keep it going the way they have. Driving up to the high side, it's going to be Zach Todger leading his teammate and Jacob Wilkerson, then James Bomar. The high line also includes Sean Rowe. It's a PBR 1, 2, 3, 4 out in front. 3 laps through, they'll make it 4. Todger settles the score and leads it once again. And now Zach Todger looking to control the field with his team. That's the way they want to keep it. And it looks like right now they've got a good shot to do so. Down low, 2 of the PBR guys go. They'll lead 2 up high and reset it once again. Barreling down the backstretch. It's going to be a big move down low. It's going to be Sean Rowe trying to cover both lanes. He'll get split to the middle, but then fake back in, and he'll be able to keep on going with the pack as they swivel through in and out. Double file racing, just the way we like it. The aggression is limited tonight. They know they can't be as risky as they want to be. They're simply too much on the line, like a chance to win this event. Although they're going to go 3 wide in the back here, and it's going to be not this far back, but it was involving Brody Tostaika, Bryce Hamrick as well, and it looks like right behind him, Hunter Bogdan. Bogdan gets a little bit of a hit there, able to keep it going. Not going to be bogged down by it for all too much. He'll be able to keep on driving. He's currently scored in the 21st spot, as there's now a 3-car pack behind with no draft. That's Joe Reinhart, Daniel Krim, and Ethan Workman working off the internet issues he's had for the past few days. Looking better now, but we'll keep an eye on him as we hope to see him continue to drive with the best of them right now. He's got a good shot to make up some time if these 3 can form a stronger pack. Up front though, Sean Rowe, he's got strength in numbers. 1, 2, 3 of his teammates in a line. He's the leader of that pack, and the ringleader takes him down for lap number 6 once again. John Rowe now going to go up high. James Thurston dives low, and for Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports, it's a mouthful. But this team has high hopes. They won the IORA Championship last season. James Thurston, the owner and the driver, getting it done. A $300 main prize as he dialed it in. They're dialing it out. It's going to be a big save for the 21, or is it? Dustin Pickle goes around, and the field gets around him. How about that? The entirety of the field makes it through. Pickle, no, he'll tag someone and take one out. That looks to be another driver tagged in the mess. Joseph Lewis, no, they're all fading back now. It was Joe Reinhart with, it looks like Brody Tostaika, and Tostaika is still suffering from the incident. We'll take it back much further than that to find out everything that happened. Big hit, Tostaika, and it all began not with Brody, but with Bryce Hamrick's teammate in the number 21, Dustin Pickle. The number 41 slams him up top. Now that's what chain reactions are all about. What starts it and then what leads to the next motion. And that next motion was a spin. The 21 goes down and in, works his way right back up, and it looks like he'll tag Brody Tostaika just like that. Sends Brody adrift. Yellow flags out as a result of this one, and it's going to be a big time hit for the number 20. No fast repair. That's going to stick with him for the rest of the night. Hampered, less speed, less aerodynamic performance. Anthony Trippi laying back as well. He's 1 lap down at the moment, and it's Dustin Pickle who has to recoup his losses, get back with the field in the same vein right behind. Now Tostaika on pit road is 8 laps in. James Wilkerson is not up front. It's Jacob Wilkerson as Vincent Guecci holds second, and James Thurston is in third. Jordan Herring and Maximilian around at your top 5 as we regroup. Pit road is occupied, and occupied by many. Todger is damaged now. Who come down and in? Thomas Johnson involved as well, and that means that there was another incident. Let's find out just what happened. Zach Todger damaged. We did not see that before. Let's find out what caused it. And it looks like this was Todger recovering from said incident. Set it back a half minute. Anthony Trippi, 1 lap down, has some damage as well. He was in frame there. This is where it happened. Dodger up in front. The pack was thinning, but these guys were looking for the win, and winning might have led to this desperation. Parker getting right into him. Then Sean Rowe goes around. These two have a horrible hit. Sean Rowe spins it. He's able to keep it going, and it looks like that's how we see the yellow flag fall. The 42 does get tagged by Michael Deitch, and then Sean Rowe does get tagged as well. Luckily, no big damage to the 57-99. The 54 and the 42, however, big time impact. Todriff down on pit road right now with a lot of damage. It looks like Chance Parker is as well. Ethan Workman has retired once again. His internet troubles have gotten the better of him one more time as Michael Deitch now making it in. Front end damage is the big symptom of that incident. Many drivers already in trouble as Jacob Wilkerson leads him down to pit road. Leading pack making it in now, 9 laps in. Quarter of the distance already, and we only had one yellow flag. Down and in, Jacob Wilkerson has himself. He'll lead these guys through as they all come in to pit road for the first service of the clash. And now looks like the winner off pit road going to be Jacob Wilkerson, followed by Vincent Guecci, and then it looks like it will be the driver in the 020 of James Bomar, followed by him going to be Alex Jones, James Thurston, Joe Reinhardt, alongside Thomas Johnson. Johnson just makes it out now. He's going to be alongside the 94 machine. Jordan Herring going to be in the 97 right now as Daniel Krim, 71, makes it out. Hunter Bogdan misses his stall as Harlan Hogan is now scores the leader. That's James Hogan, as a matter of fact, who leads the way here in the clash. And 9 laps in already, we made some distance a quarter of the way through the 40-lap sprint. This race much slower than we would like to have it. Of course, we'd hope to see an all-green race, but that just isn't realistic in most cases. Daytona, it takes a bite at each and every driver. Either way, I've gone longer until the first caution. 9 laps through. How about that? 77 machine leads the way. That's the 5 on telemetry, followed by the 94 now of Bryce Hamrick. Big time movement, and now the Jacob Wilkerson machine finds itself in third. Wilkerson, one of the only PBR guys to get at that first wreck, and he gets out pretty well. A lot of track position, very few drivers to work in front of right now. Finds himself in a good spot to chase the lead once again. No points on the line. There is nothing that comes with this victory besides a sense of course, pride in winning. These drivers come here to chase that checkered flag, and they do it pretty well night after night, but everyone's getting acclimated to how these guys race. It's been a while since we've had a race together, been since March, so coming back after such a long break, it's June now, things are a bit different. Drivers develop their styles, have more time on iRacing to get better, or maybe just change their way of racing entirely. It's a bit troublesome when they all come back for the first time. The duels were indicative of just that. We had just under 20 yellows in the total of 30 or 300 miles. And it was originally going to be 30 laps apiece there. It was 60 a split, 120 laps and 20 cautions. We had almost half the entirety of the duels land under yellow. Thankfully, we did not hit that mark, and tonight, most likely, won't get the similar number again. It's the number 45 machine of Alex Jones, now down low, leading the way with Bryce Hamrick. Jacob Wilkerson still scored in the second row. He'll be up high as Thomas Johnson makes his way down low for the effective third position. Backstretch, they'll go through once again. Few retirees already include Noah Taylor, Ethan Workman, and Bertie Tostaika, and it looks like Anthony Trippi now on the lead lap. The 84 machine joined the race late. He came into the session just seconds after the green flag fell, had to serve a missed start penalty. However, now Anthony Trippi is on his way. 10 laps in, we'll come back to green at lap 11. It's Hamrick and Alex Jones who lead the way here in Daytona. Racing Republic and Rodcar up in front here in the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse clash, and Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse represented well by all the PBR drivers. Right now, the leading man of all of them would be Jacob Wilkerson. He's got himself up top. Going to be Jones down low and Bryce Hamrick up high once again. New front row, new faces up front overall. Let's see who's got what it takes to take them down to the green flag. Racing. It's going to be down low, Alex Jones right there with him. Going to be the driver, the 94. It is Bryce Hamrick, let's get right into it here and now as they drive through turns 3 and 4 and make it to the front stretch. The pace car leaves them, and the green flag will bring itself back into the picture. First race of the night here in Daytona, led by Bryce Hamrick and Alex Jones. Green flags back out here in Daytona. And as the battle begins here down the backstretch, they will run. It's Bryce Hamrick who gets a very good jump. Two big packs right now. Top 10 guys breaking away from the rest of this field. Going back to guys like Joe Reinhardt. He's the last man in this 8-car leading pack. Then 1 second back to look at Jordan Herring. Now is the leader of the second group. He's got himself in front of the number 20 of James Bomar. Bomar is going to be putting himself in some good steers, driving as hard as he can. He's got the high line coming back into formation. It's now going to be a difference in strategy that could play out major. These guys up front have the opportunity to run away with this race. It's all up to whether or not they take that opportunity, as we could see some more aggressive driving instead of getting away from the second group. However, they mostly stay up high. Now the rest of the field is going to go down low behind them. Two different mindsets, two different strategies, and they're going to try to get some distance as they all go single file until turn 2's exit, where the number 43 leaves with Vincent Guecci to try to get some distance as the overall top two-car tandems. We haven't seen them all too much since the early 2010s. Here on iRacing, very infrequently, they come into play. But right now, it looks like it does not work out. Vincent Guecci gets down low, gets that lead. Second pack is gaining, and they've got the speed to make it right back. Make it lap 13. The Baker's dozen's been hit. We're back in green flag motion, and it's Vincent Guecci who leads the way after multiple laps without a yellow flag. Joe Reinhardt finds himself in second. He's running very well right now. 78 machine who finds himself returning after a full-time campaign in season 1, looking to get back in to the spear of contenders. He was a playoff driver during that inaugural season, did not come home with the championship. It was Kyle Freeman who came home with a title. However, he's not here tonight. He was here in the duels event. He's still looking for a title defense as Max Molina has the second championship all to his own. The big question as we get things going this season, are we going to see another championship winner? I think there's a lot of names in mind, but one of the guys you got to mention is Sean Rowe. Rowe at the moment leads the square A's. He finds himself up in front, 14 laps in, with his teammate right behind him. The number 99 for PBR, Paintbrush Racing. He was runner-up in the championship battle last season to Max Molina, his teammate, and now he's looking to get one for his own. A playoff driver last season, he knows exactly what it takes to become a winner. Now, he'll have to act on it. Whether or not he's able to do so, though, that remains to be seen. As Rowe goes down low, he'll lead James Bomar and James Thurston, another driver good to mention. As a matter of fact, 3 of your top 5 drivers were in the championship for last season. Molina right now in the middle of it, but James Thurston for his new team, Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports, looking to get a good impression in front of the field for the first time on a Friday night here in FORL. An exhibition event we have not seen ever before. This is the inaugural clash, much like the duels with the very first running of both. The B-Man Designs duels, not to be outdone by the Front Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash, are all brand new in this series, and as Season 3 gets on its way, it proves to be bigger and better than anything else we've seen before. Molina works them down again once as they go through the backstretch, 15 laps in. He's got the 45 up in front of the inside line, but Vincent Guecci takes it from high down to low, deep sea diving. He'll go to show that you can do just that. The 09 now out in front. Molina's going to be scored in second. James Bomar's third, and they work their way off once again. Double file. The field is beginning to bring itself away from many drivers, including those on pit road. As it stands, Chance Parker's still there. So is Zach Todger. Todger just left, and now Dustin Pickle back on the track. Pickle going to be on the move as it makes it only a total of 19 drivers on the lead lap, going back to your second pack, which goes back to the 16th spot, and then some. Hunter Bogdan going to be in 16th. Cooper Glick is in 17th. Harlan Hogan is now in 18th, and he's the man who subbed for Michael Deitch there in 19th. Working together once again, trying to get out of trouble as harm's way might fall back into the hands of the leaders. Vincent, however, has himself a good run up front. Jacob Wilkerson going to be in second. Max Molina's third. Cody Giles going to be now scored in third, and the rookies are trying to make a good uprising. Molina is not one of them. He's in fourth. However, Wilkerson, a rookie to this series, and Cody Giles, a rookie to this series as well, now run within the podium places as they try to make their first victories happen here in FORL. That's not to be outdone by Vincent Guecci. Guecci's one of those rookies too. It's a top three filled with brand new drivers as they come through closer and closer to the halfway mark. Vincent goes down and he comes right back up again. Looked like he was going to escape the pack for a moment. He does not do that. The 09 stays down low. Now, as they work their way through, once again, 17 laps through, you can see a bit of a breakaway happening in the back. Bryce Hamrick finds himself scored in 13th. He finds himself actually about a second away from your leader. That's not a big distance. Everyone wrecks. They could get that time back. Jordan Herring and Bryce Hamrick could. However, this frame of mind, of course, it looks much further. For Bryce Hamrick, take a look on board. It's definitely a bit of a different picture. The 94 machine has himself right in the mix. However, he still has a long way to go for that leader. Inside line, he's running it right now to conserve some distance and some fuel. Doesn't want to make it to the checkered flag. That's the mindset for oh so many of these drivers. If you can't make it to that checkered flag, there is no reason to drive so aggressive to begin with. Driving within your limits is the big thing at the Daytona International Speedway, and once again, it is showing that when no faster pairs are in effect, you get much better racing. Up high, going to be a split for the 3-wide move. Anthony Trippi finds himself in the middle, goes right down low, saves himself, and not to be outdone as we are now going to make it a total of 22 laps to go. It's going to be a bit early, but how will we crank it up halfway through? Brought to you by TrackCams22.com, the best cameras on iRacing, and it's always on FTN. Track Cams for Gourmets, providing you high quality content of Camrys, Mustangs, and Chevy Camaros all season long in the FORL Cup Series. We'll be right back after we crank this up, courtesy of TrackCams22.com. And now with only 19 laps to go, that was your Crank It Up, courtesy of Track Cams for Gourmets, the best cameras on the iRacing platform. It's been fun all night long, but we're just getting to the halfway mark. Just like that, it's, I believe, the slowest race in terms of course, the pacing when it comes to cautions. Daytona, compared to the average full pace speed, is much slower, but it's one of the quickest races in terms of mileage. And it just got dicey there once again. We could have gone on the save drivers here as the cameras giving you a real loud taste with their speakers there. My oh my, we'll back it down, but it looks like Alex Jones had to back it down at the same time. The 045 machine almost got caught up in some trouble. James Thurston leads the way out in front. 19 laps to go. James Beaumart's in second, and Sean Rowe is in third. Take a look at this as Vincent Guecci makes his way into fourth, 18 remaining, and even though it feels like we just started this race, they're already in to the crunch time phase. They've got to push harder and harder. Daytona eats away at minutes like it is nothing. A quick track and quick lap times lead to big time aggression, and we saw it last night, and we're gonna see it again. First thing gets tagged, they're door bumping, and now they're gonna go wrecking. Big slide, big spins, and we're gonna go under yellow for the second time. Herring in the wall almost. He does make it back, and we've got a big one here at Daytona, and it all came around the number 99. Sean Rowe actually gets the big save, but the rest of his field, including the Burt Rubber Racing warehouse machines, get caught up. This is huge. Let's take a half-minute replay and check just what happened live on FTN. As you can see, door banger with Vincent Guecci, the number 20 machine of James Beaumart was. Ben Wilkerson gets a tag, hits the number 020, gets him right up, gets Johnson as well, and that's what begins the wreck. The catalysts include Guecci, Beaumart, and Wilkerson. Then Alex Jones goes flying around, and that Alex Jones machine almost hits Hamrick. Hamrick gets tagged regardless. It looks like Joe Reinhardt goes. Anthony Trippi looks like he gets lucky from a first tag. The 97 gets spun out right there. Hamrick, at the mercy of his tire, gets the save. Johnson gets lucky. Thomas Johnson does. Vincent Guecci keeps it going. That could have been much, much worse. And it looks like despite so many sliding, we got many who will be surviving after that incident. 17 laps remaining. Currently, it is James Thurston, the leader, as we send it right back live. James Thurston up in front with only 17 laps to go. How about that one? 17 remaining, only your second caution of the night, and halfway through, only yellows. Crunch time really is in effect. That's one of those moments you don't want to see, but it happens at most Daytona races. The big one comes in its own form, no matter what you are driving. These next gens, they have those curved rear ends. They are susceptible to quarter panel tags at a rate higher than most of the cars, and someone gets tagged. That's going to be a big hit, and it looks like it's going to be the back of the field. Looks like the number 97 of Jordan Herring got tagged, gets it going once again. And as we say, a bit of a tap on the rear end. Let's take a look back and find out what that was about. The 97 gets a big hit, and here's why. Cody Giles sends him going. Now able to get it back going again, almost hits Trippi. Thankfully, nobody else gets involved. That's Jordan Herring now on pit road on the way. As we get back to live feed, it looks like Trippi almost makes contact with him there. No bad blood, hopefully, as James Thurston gets out once again. 16 remaining. We've gone 25 laps already. John Rose in second. Max Molina is in third, and Jacob Wilkerson is in fourth. This might honestly be a stream under 1 hour. We're getting close to that marker. If this race ended at the predicted time, it would be a 50-minute broadcast plus interviews. We'll get your whole podium tonight, not just your front row. Not a qualifying event. Whoever wins, whoever's second, and whoever is third will find themselves in the FTN broadcasting booth tonight, and James Thurston certainly wants to be there. A brand new look, and it's a chrome number for PSISM and the American flag right there as well. We were intending to start this season just after Memorial Day. Now we got it pushed back a few weeks, had to get it going here because of a bit of internal conflict from the admin side, but as we get it going tonight, the number 4 machine of Thurston looking strong in his American machine, as he's got the sponsor of this event right behind him at Burt Rubber Racing Warehouse, and the PBR guys are now lined up second, third, and fourth. They're all there in succession, and they will show no mercy. We saw the PBR guys worked very well together in the second duel. It was Zach Todrick who eventually had to go beyond his teammates and get the win. The Todd wants his wins for himself. As a matter of fact, Todrick is 6 laps down and is on the track. He's live streaming his perspective as we speak. Going to be on Twitch, as a matter of fact. If you want to check him out there, we would love to have you over on the Todd's channel. Always a fun personality on the Twitch side. One of the big prominent streamers on iRacing to keep going at it night after night. And we seem to have many personalities in our league Joey Stone making his debut in the duels, and now he's here to race in the Daytona 250. 15 laps to get it done, and James Thurston finds himself up in front of a field of now only 22. Sean Rowe blinks in and out once again. We'll be going green with 14 laps to go. Crunch time. Have we said enough? I think we have. It has been stated one too many times. Now the drivers will act on it as the number 4 beats his former championship rivals in the 45 and 99 down to yet another restart. The big dogs up front, the underdogs right behind. Everyone has a shot. With that being said, the same vein, anyone could be taken out. It has been a fierce competition all night long between each and every one of these drivers, and even then it's been a lot cleaner. No faster bears tend to make much better races, and just like that, the number 4 machine is up in front, looking to get one done here in his own way. James Thurston, a multi-time winner in this league. He's been winning since season 1, and he's looking to keep that winning tradition into the 3rd season. He could be one of the very few drivers eligible to win in each and every season of FORL competition, and now here to prove it again. The 4 down low, Max Molina, your defending champion, up high. He's not got a chance to shine on the Super Speedway races in quite some time. It's a bit of a gap for Wards on my end, but here he's going to try to make a gap for the lead as they go by the Sunoco pit road side and into the front stretch. iRacing official pace car lets him go, and the green flag will wait for the second restart of the night with only 14 green flag laps remaining. Let's go to once again, led by James Thurston. And Thurston has him going just like that. We're back on our way. Number 4 machine out in front. Got a 3-car pack trying to break it. Daniel Krim in the 4th spot with Bryce Hamrick in 5th. Daniel Krim and Bryce Hamrick, they both raced last season. However, they both are not race winners. That's a bit of a different distinction. They want to become winners even if it is in a non-points event to show that they might be forces to reckon with when we come down to Daytona one more time in our Wednesday season opener, the Daytona 250. It's coming, and it is coming soon. And with 14 laps to go, Thurston is trying to get them even closer to that point with ease. Now it's a single file pack of 5 up in front, making a 6 in the mix as Jacob Wilkerson hangs on for dear life, trying to escape the rest of the field here. They're pretty far behind though. Nothing more they can do but watch on. Sean Rowe goes right up high. Once again, Max Molina now going to go with them. Teammates trying to break away once more. James Thurston keeps himself down low, keeps it even, as it's now Bryce Hamrick right there in 3rd. James Thurston going to be in 4th, and Daniel Krim is in 5th. It's now Jacob Wilkerson in 6th. Drivers are pulling away with the final minutes in mind. 13 laps to go here in the Burt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash, and it's going to come down to the final few as they now lay single file wing to make a move into the checkered flag. They're all separate now. They're all racing the exact same way. Aggression is not the big thing on their minds. They just want to make it to that final lap, and it looks like that is evident. James Thurston peeks outside once again. He will stay with this groove, and he will not try to move. It's now 5. Indeed, the first man out of the equation is now James Hogan. Hogan going to be there in that number 5, working his way through with Joseph Lewis. Daniel Krim fading back and fading fast. He's going to go exiting this pack here, and I'm not quite sure why. The number 71 machine running inside the top 5 has exited on his own accord, and now finds himself very far back in the pack. Max Molina leads this way, and the second pack is gaining, and they're gaining big. Now the 4 up in front sees Sean Rowe blink up high. It's all up to Hogan now. What does he do? He goes in the middle, almost gets destroyed, and now we're back double file racing again. Yellow flag's out though. It's out for Anthony Trippi, and it looks like Michael Deitch. Yellow flag falls for an incident in the back of the pack. Let's find out just what happened. And Trippi might have been the only man involved here. Oh, no, he was not. And he comes right in the frame. Michael Deitch does. Multiple drivers plowing into one another on exit of the backstretch. And Deitch blacks his screen out, then goes back in to pit road. Just like that, we are under yellow with 11 laps remaining. As we go back live, the yellow falls for an incident outside the top 15. Anthony Trippi working his way into pit road is Max Molina now leads the way. And with that being said, the final minutes of this race, the final laps of this race, and the final miles all come with the checkered flag hanging just over their head. It's going to be about 7 laps remaining when we head back green. And it's our third yellow of the night. It's still been a pretty quick one here on FTN, and the FORL Cup Series gearing up for some big-time action. See another 2 drivers get caught up in an incident. Now Zach Todger is 7 laps down on pit road. Damage once again. Dustin Pickle 4 laps down. Make it 3. Get his time back. And Deitch and Trippy both on pit road now in a bit more trouble. Multiple drivers caught up in the back. Now Max Molina has a chance to go back where he was in Phoenix. A winner once again. Max Molina, wouldn't he love to get this one done for his operation at PBR? He's been the premier driver all year long in FORL, and he's looking to keep that going as we head into 2024 very, very soon. Half a year in, Molina's been that guy all season long, trying to go the rest of the year, playing it out. Him as the dominating man. 10 laps to go though, and the pace is slowing down. We've seen our third yellow, and now the drivers will come down to pit road, except it looks like a big fake out for everyone. They choose not to, save for 2 drivers in the back of the pack. Looks like Todger done for the night. 7 laps down, Knight is done. Damage is too much to sustain. Todd's done. Now his teammates will keep on going to try to get the win for Paintbrush Racing. Count 9 laps to go remaining this event, and very few drivers slowly but surely whittling down. When we get back to it this time through, there will only be a total of 17 drivers in the mix on the lead lap. It might be more, as it looks like Anthony Trippy is only 1 down and he's back on his way, and Dustin Pickle back on his way as well. Would make it a total of 19. However, it's going to be slim picking as they are all coming through the backstretch when it comes to leaders. Right now, Pickle looks to be on his own, but take a look on back. Max Molina goes low, and we are choosing once again. Whose rule looked to be in effect there for just a moment, and it looks like they'll take that back. 9 laps remaining, and we will go green with 7 laps to go. Molina's up in front, Bryce Hamrick is in second, Jacob Wilkerson's in third, and Bennett's fourth. James Thurston. Harlan Hogan is James Hogan. It looks like the timing and scoring still has his name different. We'll work that out. Hogan is in the 5th spot in that number 77. Trippy goes up high. That puts him back on the lead lap. He'll be good to go as Michael Deitch retires, and Justin now not in this one. There is no Justin racing tonight. It is only going to be Dustin Pickle, and Dustin working his way down in that number 21 finds himself 2 laps away. Cooper Glick on the backstretch. He'll be about 12 seconds from the pack, as Trippy is now about 30. 9 laps to go. It will be 8 this time through, and the yellow flag has fallen for the 3rd time due to an incident involving Michael Deitch and Dustin Pickle. Looks like now Dustin Pickle on his way. Chance Parker retired. 24 laps to go. We're coming down to the stripe. It will be 20 drivers on the track. 19 still going to go at it on the lead lap. That's how we got it. Only so little time remaining. Double file. They're now ready to get going this time by. And the race for the win back in effect. Max Molina right down low has got a good shot to get this one done, but Jacob Wilkerson looking to lead the rookies into victory lane. What a win it could be. Now, Andrew Cootie won last time we went to Daytona for the first duel, and he's going to be starting on pole for the Daytona 250. Zach Todger won the second duel, and now Molina looking to become yet another veteran to get it done. But what would it take for a new guy to win? Well, that's all up to Jacob Wilkerson to find out. Up front with rookie stripes, next man with the bumper stickers on him, it's going to be Vincent Guecci in 5th. Top 5 right now are still all in with a good shot. The big one might come with 1 to go, and if it does, certain to see one big mess. It could be a wreck that determines this one. It could be hard-fought racing. It could be all of the above. 7 laps of green flag racing at the very most. From this point onward, it's time to see what's left in these machines. All up to them. The horsepower, the motors, and all of their experience. Drivers looking to get it done one last try. 7 laps to go in green flag racing. When we get back to your start-finish line, the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash has been a clash for the ages. Make it a total of 7 remaining as the iRacing official pace car drives them in one more time. It'll dive down a pit road, let Bryce Hamrick and Jacob Wilkerson work their magic as we say hello to the third restart of the night. Let's get it going this time through. It is going to be Wilkerson turning left as well as the 94. A hard left though for the pace cars. We are going to have our third restart of the night led by the 94 and the 43. Let's go back racing with 7 laps remaining. Big jump that time through for Jacob Wilkerson. Nice and easy start. That's going to be good for him indeed. Now the 43 machine finds himself in front of James Thurston. Right below going to be Bryce Hamrick and Vincent Guecci going to be in the mix with him as well. They're barreling down the backstretch at breakneck pace. It's going to be a broken car and multiple go spinning. And just like that, we'll be under yellow once again. Huge hit, and Bryce Hamrick finds himself at the crux of the equation. Big time incident, and the 94 is involved. Let's find out just what happened. Huge hit, and it is going to be the 94 of Bryce Hamrick involved in that one. Sean Rowe in internet trouble as well. We'll see if he's disconnected for the night as we take a close-up drone shot. Let's take it a bit further out first. The 77 taps Hamrick in, gets him to Joseph Lewis. Lewis actually gets away, and then the 94 tags Hogan once again. Hogan comes back up on the track, and it's going to be the number 77 tapping both Cody Giles and Cooper Glick. They get caught up, and then Hamrick comes back like he's seeking that number 5. He gets Molina. Destroyed Molina is, and just like that, many more fall victim to a late race wreck. 6 laps to go. We're under yellow again, and we might see now a green, white checkered for the third successive time to finish a race here in the FORL Cup Series at Daytona. That is Daniel Krim. Let's look now on Jacob Wilkerson as we send it back to the live footage. And back in mind, it's going to be the Bryce Hamrick machine down on the inside. Jacob Wilkerson finds himself leading the way. 6 laps to go. It'll be 5 next time by. We got very little time to decide this one, and it's now our 4th wreck in the total of 35 laps that we have run. It could be an overtime finish, a green-white checkered. It could be as well. That remains to be seen. Estimates are showing a 3-lap dash to get to the victory. Now, that is still not confirmed. Could be the case, but we will find out for certain when the pace car lights go off. Jacob Wilkerson escapes another. Bryce Hamrick, his front row mate up front, not as lucky. James Thurston, of course, gets by, and Vincent Guecci, who's now right there with yet another rookie. First and third, the rookies could be lined up on the inside line together. Thomas Johnson, another in 4th. The new drivers are taking control and looking to do so with power. Jacob down low. It is James Thurston down low with them. We'll see whether or not they shorten this yellow flag. It looks to be all but official, a 3-lap dash. So this will not count as an overtime attempt. However, if we have another yellow flag after this point, it will be an overtime and it will be a green-white checkered attempt all the same. With that in mind, this will be the one final opportunity to get it done without a gimmick and go the distance. 40 laps it could be. Now, last time we went racing at Daytona, the first duel went 60 laps of length. However, the second, not so much. It ended up going much further beyond that point, ending over 62 laps deep. Not where we wanted to end, but it did get very exciting and dicey. It was Zach Todger who got it done over his teammates such as Jacob Wilkerson. Now, Wilkerson looking to get it done by his own means. Sean Rowe's got some internet trouble. That is for certain. The 99's been blinking in and out on our frame, and that is seemingly on his end. Rowe working that one out in real time. He's down to the apron, saving fuel. Strategy, well, it has not been part of the equation all too much tonight. Maybe Sean Rowe accounting for different fuel strategy we have not seen. It would be a shock, but it is all possible as very little time remains in this one. David Bell in chat, great to have you aboard. Love to see the support. Only about 25 subscribers away from the big 1,000. We've been moving very quickly since the FORL season began. A big audience we love to have for this league. Great supporters and always a great group of fans. Always great to have y'all aboard. And tell you what, if you're interested in joining the fun as a driver, we'd love to have you there. Join our Discord on FTN, use this QR code on your screen, or go to the description in all of our broadcasts for the official Fireball Talks NASCAR server. We'd love to have you there. We've got all the insider access to all our broadcasts, when we stream, and who we stream for. So if you want to join all the fun, be sure to talk to us at FTN, our Discord server. Open to everyone. We'd love to hear what you have to say. 4 to go. We'll be going green with 3. It's a final lap dash to get to that checkered flag as the number 43 of Jacob Wilkerson has himself ahead of Thomas Johnson. The 48 is in second, and now the 48 looking to get it done in only a second race in this league. Now, this is not a points-paying event, but it would be an amazing first impression. Thomas Johnson coming out of the seat as an independent driver in that number 48. 2 men in that seat, and now looking to make it run hot. 4 remaining, 1 driver swerving in the background, and it all comes down to this. Over 25 drivers registered for this one. As a matter of fact, 30 registered. Now, we've gotten down to our final 17 on the lead lap. Only the best of the best have stood the test, and now they're looking forward to finding out worthy of the rest in victory lane. 3 and 4. Daytona International Speedway, and this is the final time the drivers get to prepare with one another in a competitive setting. We've seen the duels, now we're seeing less restriction on, of course, the driving style, but more restriction on damage. No fast repairs available, one and done. It's a bit more calculative thinking, and we've seen fewer yellows as a result. But as they come down to the inside line, the pace car will take the hard left in. We could see some more yellows than anticipated. Aggression up to an all-time high in this event. 4 laps to go. Let's make it 3. A final shootout for the victory, led by Wilkerson and Johnson. We're back up front. 3 laps to go. And leading the way in, it's going to be Jacob Wilkerson out in front in the number 43. Right there with them, it is James Thurston with Sean Rowe in third. Your podium remains the same up in front. Top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6 all going to be single file. James Hogan makes it back up there, and now the inside line trying to run away. Once again, to remind all our viewers, if they make it to the white flag, the race is official no matter what happens. Checkers or wreckers. The yellow flag, when it falls during that yellow flag period in the white flag, well, that is the race concluder. It ends just like that, and it will conclude the racing. Timing and scoring loops will be used to find out who wins. However, right now, very little action. Maybe they'll make it down without a hitch. Make it 2. 2 laps to go here in the Burt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash, and it's going to be the Burt Rubber Racing Warehouse machines up in front. First and second, top 2 guys, all representing the primary sponsor of this race. A bit of a slip up in the back of the field. That's going to be Dustin Pickle. Pickle lap machine. Pay no mind to him down low. 3 drivers breaking away. PBR machines up in front, and they are here to stay. Very little time remaining. They now will have just under 3 miles to get this one in order. Sean Rowe now in fourth, backing up his teammates. He's playing defense. James Thurston all over him, and he wants out. Thurston goes down low. He knows the team game's in effect. With 1 lap to go, it's Jacob Wilkerson leading the way here in Daytona. This is not a points event, but these guys are fighting for all their marbles as a team. Thurston goes down low. He's got an alliance to work around. He's got to work around quick. Jordan Herring in a similar spot wants to get the checkered flag no matter what. He will not play any team games, and he will go down low, lower than Thurston. He's going to bring him very, very low. Vincent Guecci now fighting 3 wide between the PBR machines, and now it's going to be Sean Rowe right up high. James Thurston pushing another driver in. It's going to be Thomas Johnson in the mix for his own, and now it's going to be Bomar tagging a PBR driver. Vincent Guecci getting through. They're wrecking. Every driver's up and over. Who's going to get this one done? It's a gamble, and at the end of the day, it is Sean Rowe, who outlasts his wrecking teammates and makes it to the line unscathed. My oh my, Sean Rowe gets it done, avoids his teammates and barrel rolls after winning. Rowe, unbelievable performance, and the 99 returns to victory lane. Now that one's going to be talked about for quite some time. Back that one up. We got to see that finish. Once again, unbelievable. This is at half speed, so let's analyze everything in mind. It began with Jacob Wilkerson and James Bomar right down here. The teamwork is what really sold this one. Vincent Guecci up in front. He was right there in the top of this pack, and he's going to get an unlikely shove down at the bottom, and the quarter panel tapped out there. That's what begins it. Then Guecci goes up high, and this is what sets it all off. Mind you, Sean Rowe's not in the frame at this point. He was blinking at this moment, so that's very dicey. And yet he got through Bomar right down low. Sean Rowe gets into frame, and they all recollect themselves to make it down to the checker. Just like that, Sean Rowe is a winner in Daytona. And we've got to get a word with the man in this number 99. What a way to win it. This one has been incredible. And it looks like the 99 of Sean Rowe has returned to victory lane in style. That is his first offseason win of this season. Of course, no points on the line, but still all the marbles. And the 99 for Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse wins for the title sponsor of this event. As you can see the chase camera coming back to life there. We're going to back this one up and show you the entirety of the ending as we get the interview back in session. Right now, the big man, Sean Rowe, waiting to get that interview in on FTN. Phenomenal performance, and that's what it's all about. Super Speedway Racing. Sometimes you got to think for your own, and Sean Rowe did just that. The teammates of PBR all around him, he might be one of them, one that win the most, and he makes it through some arduous times. His internet might have not been friendly to him, but nonetheless, there for a reason, and finds himself a race winner, and it looks like might not be ready for an interview. With that being said, we're going to call Sean Rowe in and try to get a word with a man who wins this race and get him in the broadcast booth. That is Sean Rowe, your race winner, looking for an interview right now. Second spot on the agenda. Of course, right behind that number 99 machine. We'll be talking to him as well, and that is Joe Reinhardt. Reinhardt going to be second. Cooper Glick is in third. So Cooper Glick gets his first podium here. How about this race? Looking for interviews from there as well. It looks like they're all not ready just yet. That in mind, have to run through a race result. Phenomenal performance as Sean Rowe gets it done this time in Daytona. He had to do everything he could in his own right to get this win. Not thinking about the team sometimes can get you there, but PBR ends up in victory lane once more. PBR has been on a tear already in this season, and they get it done once again with Sean Rowe leading the way over Joe Reinhardt by 0.6 of a second, and Cooper Glick coming home to round out your podium in third. From there is going to be the Cody Giles machine, 26 in fourth with Harlan Hogan. James Hogan in fifth. Hard Charger looks to be the driver in that number 26 in Cody Giles. Then going to be Alex Jones in the 6th position. Going to be Jacob Wilkerson in 7th and Anthony Tribby in 8th. Position 9 going to be held by Joseph Lewis and Hunter Bogdan. Going to be scored in 10th to round out that top 10 in the 00. It's going to be Thomas Johnson in 11th and Dustin Pickle in 12th. Then Jordan Herring in 13th and James Thurston in 14th. And the drivers who retired went as follows. Vincent Guecci scored 1 lap down in 15th. James Bomar 16th, 1 down. And Daniel Krim is in 17th. Bryce Hamrick, position number 18. Max Molina 19th. And Michael Deitch is in 20th. Zach Todriff comes home 21st. Chance Parker, position number 22, and Nola Taylor is in 23rd. Ethan Workman, 24th. Brody Tostaika, 25th. Aaron Schugel, 26th. Joaquin Stewart is 27th. Jason Beckman scored as 29th, and it's actually going to be Josh Kenyon scored in 30th. And just like that, the race results on our way, and none of your podium sitters ready for an interview just yet. So with that being said, we are still going to be waiting. Not quite sure what the holdup is. We're still looking for an interview here on FDN, so we will be right back. Don't leave. We'll be back in just a moment as we send you to a brief commercial break to organize your drivers for your top 3 interviews.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
This message is brought to you by the rebrand of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This publication may not be reposted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. NASCAR Camping World Ford F-150. NASCAR Xfinity Ford Mustang. NASCAR Cup Series Next-Gen Ford Mustang. Arca Menards. This has been the publication of the redesign and rebranding of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This message may not be reposted, republicated, or rebroadcasted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. Thank you, and thanks for your time.
It appears we've got a word on Sean Rowe, so let's get him right in here. Your race winner ready for an interview, and it took us a bit of a moment to get him back in, but Sean Rowe getting it done in the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash, and it's for the big sponsor for this event. The number 99 comes home a winner. How do you feel after this one?
I feel pretty good, and happy to get it done in a burnt rubber car. And for once, my internet actually helped me miss that last wreck, and it helped me keep the car clean and get the win.
Now that we noticed up and down all night long, and it seems like able to hold a cool head with that final lap wreck, so we weren't able to catch all your perspective on the broadcast. How did it feel from inside the cockpit?
Yeah, I knew on the backstretch I had to push Vinny to try to pull me, Wilkerson, and Vinny away, and then I think I lagged a little bit and got inside of Vinny, and it turned Wilkerson, and then ever since then, I looked in my mirror and I saw they were going to train me on the bottom, so I just side drafted a ton. And then they were pushing the pusher like I did on the backstretch, and it didn't work out for them either. It's a little harder to control it when it's in the corner. And they got wrecked, and then luckily my internet lagged out, and right as I was about to be wrecked, I disconnected and came back right after it.
And a little bit of luck to get you there at the end, but nonetheless, you stuck around for all those 40 laps, and that's what makes you, of course, the winner. You got to get through those first 40 before you get to the checkered. And how was it for you? Looked like some cleaner racing here tonight, even though we did see a bit of action, especially during the later portion of this race.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an improvement from the duels. I think the duels took a lot of time when they really should have been clean. I think that is due to people not having the faster pairs for this race and them being able to really keep it clean and know that they can't just go out there and make dumb moves. But you still had to be aggressive if you wanted to be up front, and I think that's what me and the PBR guys did today. We controlled this race a lot. It seemed like we were always up front, and just glad one of us brought it home.
And able to bring it home for PBR. Now you guys have 2 preseason wins out of the 3 in total, looking very good heading into Daytona. How do you feel about your number 99 going into our season opening Daytona 250?
Sorry, what was that question? I lagged out, ironically.
How do you feel about going into our Daytona 250 with the success PBR has had as of recent?
Oh, I definitely feel good. I feel like I was pretty fast in the duel, and I think if things went a little bit better for me near the end of that, I think I definitely could have won and started near the front. But, starting P3, it won't hurt. I just got to keep it clean like I did most of this race and get up when it counts and win the race.
Looking to capitalize once again. It looks like Sean Rowe getting a bit of practice doing just that now. When it comes down to the rest of the season, still ahead of us. So any final thoughts before we head to Daytona for our Wednesday night showdown?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for putting up this stream and showing off this excellent racing to the fans. And I want to thank Joe Quinn for running this league. I want to thank Zach Todriff and all the guys at PBR and Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse.
And there we have it, Sean Rowe on his way, a winner in the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash for Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse. Another big win for the PBR guys, coming home strong in another exhibition event. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
There we have it, Sean Rowe going to be on his way. Joe Reinhardt not going to be here for an interview, but he does come home with a strong second place. However, Cooper Glick makes it happen at the end of the day. Glick makes it home in the third spot in the 0-5. How do you feel after this one?
I feel like I do not deserve that whatsoever. I was sick the entire race. I was hoping that I didn't like 2022 Alfredo somebody in the back of the end by under caution, but we were fine. Everyone just died at the front coming to the line, and I just stuck through the middle with whoever was being pushed through like 12th and 13th with us. So
able to make it on the very last stretch there, and it seems like the big one makes you a big winner when it comes to moving up in position. So how was it from your perspective? Because it seems like you made it up big time through the pack in one foul swoop.
Yeah, someone drifted up into Sean off of 3, and I think Sean like blinked, and that's the only reason why he didn't die in that wreck with everybody else. And then everyone just kind of went either high or low, and then they kind of Moses up on like the bottom lane, and me and and then I just went through and got third, so through the middle.
And playing the cards right gets you to the podium. Pretty simple in that sense, but nonetheless a good way to kick off your campaign in another exhibition event. Now the Daytona 250 coming up very soon out of this 0-5 machine. Look, when it comes to the big event coming in just a few days.
I've been just playing it pretty safe and cautious, just kind of like seeing how like careful I could be while still being within the pack and everything. So I haven't really been racing hard through this, just filling out the rest of the competition. I guess I'm worried about everyone else being more stupid during the actual race than I am ruining something for myself. So I just think if I just stay clear of everybody else, I'll have a decent shot at finishing well.
And it's going to be all about care. Careful is key for the 0-5 machine of Cooper Glick. Any final thoughts before the season gets underway?
I'm just thankful that you guys are able to broadcast this, and thankful for the league owners that are able to host this. So
there we have it, Cooper Glick on the way, a third place run here in the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse Clash. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And there we have it, Glick going to be on his way. That's the 0-5 machine coming home in third, and is the driver in that number 99, Sean Rowe, winning here in Daytona. Yet another big win for the PBR campus. They get it done. Style once more. We're going to thank y'all for watching live on FTN. Another big race for these drivers. Joe Reinhardt comes home in second, and Cooper Glick in a third. Once again, gotta thank y'all for your support. Been a phenomenal performance from the FORL guys, and we hope to see you whenever we're live once again on FTN. I've been your host, David Kreutz. We'll be back tomorrow with the Fisher Studios Truck Series for the Stock Car Racing League at Texas. Your eye out for that. Going to be a big race tomorrow night. The playoffs continue, and we continue to broadcast here on the Fireball Talks NASCAR YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the action, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We'd hope to see you whenever we're live once again. From our studios to your homes, we greatly appreciate your support and hope to see you whenever we're back on the channel. Thank you once again for your support, and we will be back once again on FTN.